I'm your host, and today I want to talk about a story that I believe could change the landscape of American property ownership. It's a mix of investigative journalism, legal intrigue, and a fight for the rights of homeowners. This isn't just another day on the podcast. This is a deep dive into a scandal that's hitting communities across the country, and it's being spearheaded by an unlikely hero, Mitch Vexler. Now, Mitch isn't just any ordinary guy. He's a 35-year builder and developer with a background in statistical probability and quantitative finance. He's built everything from high-rise buildings to entire subdivisions, and he's seen the ins and outs of property valuation. But what he's uncovered is something that's beyond the scope of what he's dealt with before. He's found a pattern of fraud that spans multiple counties and even states. And it's a system that seems to be working against the very people it's supposed to protect: homeowners. Mitch first stumbled upon this issue in 2016 when he noticed something fishy going on with property valuations in Denton's Central Appraisal District in Texas. He walked into the appraisal district offices with income statements and performance data, only to be told that the numbers he provided weren't real. They were trying to negotiate the value of his properties, which, according to the law, is not something they are allowed to do. This should have been a red flag, but it was just the beginning. Year after year, Mitch and his team, including his accountant Leslie, noticed that these valuations were being manipulated to meet a predetermined budget. How does this work? Well, according to Mitch, it's a simple but deeply troubling process. The taxing entities, like school districts, come up with a budget they want to meet. They hand this budget to the chief appraiser, who then distributes this budget across all the properties in the district. This is a direct violation of the Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice, or USPAP, which requires that valuations be based on actual data, not on a predetermined budget. The implications of this are massive. Mitch has found that in Denton County alone, the overvaluation of properties has resulted in an estimated $1.34 billion being taken from homeowners since 2017. That's just one county in Texas. The problem is nationwide, and the numbers grow exponentially when you consider the impact across the country. Mitch estimates that the total amount of money being misappropriated through this system could be in the trillions. But it's not just about the money. This is leading to a situation where homeowners are being forced to sell their homes or face the possibility of losing them altogether. In some cases, it's pushing people into bankruptcy. This is a form of equity stripping, where the government is systematically taking away the value of people's homes, and it's happening on a massive scale. What's even more concerning is the legal implications. Mitch and his team are preparing to file a barrage of lawsuits against the appraisal review boards, ARBs, and the individuals involved, alleging violations of the RICO Act, conspiracy, and government abuse. These are heavy charges, but Mitch is confident in his evidence. He's got the math, he's got the law, and he's got the facts. The problem is finding a judge or a district attorney who is willing to take on this fight. Mitch has been reaching out to other states, and he's found that similar issues are cropping up everywhere. In Florida, attorneys are working on this. And in California, the Board of Equalization is dealing with the same problems. The evidence is mounting, and the stakes are high. If this system isn't unwound, the market could collapse, leading to a financial crisis that could be worse than the 2008 subprime mortgage collapse. One of the solutions Mitch proposes is to eliminate property taxes altogether and replace them with a uniform state sales tax. According to his calculations, a sales tax of around 15.64% could replace the revenue from property taxes and eliminate the corruption and overvaluation that comes with the current system. This would put the control of taxation back into the hands of consumers, who could choose to pay less by spending less. The fight Mitch is leading is about more than just money. It's about protecting the rights of homeowners, ensuring that the legal and financial systems work as they should, and preventing a potential economic disaster. But it's also about accountability. Mitch wants to see the people responsible for this fraud held accountable, and he's not backing down. For those of you who want to get involved, Mitch has a wealth of resources on his website, mockingbirdproperties.com/DCAD. There are documents, case studies, and even a free course on how to challenge property valuations at your local ARB. If you feel like you've been targeted by your local appraisal district, this is a great place to start. This is a story that needs to be told, and it's a fight that needs support. Mitch is doing his part, and we need to do ours. So, spread the word, share this podcast, and let's make sure that this issue gets the attention it deserves. We can't afford to look away from this. The future of property ownership and economic stability in this country is at stake. Thank you for listening to today's episode of BrightLearn. If you want to dive deeper, check out the interview with Mitch Vexler and Mike Adams on Brighteon.com. And remember, stay informed, stay curious, and keep learning. Until next time, take care.
This has been a BrightLearn.ai summary of an interview between Mitch Vexler and Mike Adams on November 27, 2024. The full interview is available at Brighteon.com, where you can also find podcasts and special reports by Mike Adams and other creators. Visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage of this interview and breaking news on critical stories that will keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.